Okay, I think we have one viewer fan mail, so we're going to talk about this question. It's actually not a bad question from what I gathered with it. So this Dicky789, that's probably the worst part of this is the username, is I want to know something I haven't heard yet. How will pros deal with the Switch, and what if they don't like it? And he's referring to Source 2 or CS2. These people have paychecks on the line, and y'all just throwing dates around for the biggest game change in years. Maybe I'm being dramatic. I don't know. I think the question, if I'm trying to really synthesize that a little bit, is that he's just wondering, what's it going to take if it changes engines for you guys? What's going to happen if, you know, like, what if the game feels completely different? Do you guys think it's all going to, how do you think it's going to handle?
I think people are overacting really bad right now on Source 2. I think Source 2 is a main update to help them mesh the maps better together, I guess. Like fix texture problems or any issues. Like say, on Overpass, an example would be if you're walking on the left wall, long,
or on the right,
stuck if you're just randomly walking.
Well, that's a 128 tick thing.
Fixed. Maybe some like grenade bugs, like some maps where they're smoothing. Honestly, if you look at a map like Tuscan, that feels like the limit of what Source 1 can accomplish. Like graphically and everything texture.
I think someone here might have signed an NDA or something. Can't.
I mean, we had 3 days off in our 1 month of practice, and you know, someone may or may not have went to Seattle, but yeah, cannot confirm.
I mean, how do you like the Dick's Burger chain in Seattle, Karrigan? Maybe we can ask that question. Okay. just a signature burger chain in that city, but you know,
I mean, if the NDA is
covers all of that, I guess. Can't say anything.
To try and help Dicky out a little bit, I mean, it probably at this point in time as well, it's been like, you know, more than 10 years now with, you know, playing CSGO, and I think Valve, even if you disagree with like certain updates, certain things, it's like they're pretty good over time at smoothing things out. I think it's almost like you'd have to be a little bit crazy to assume that it would just come in here and it would just fundamentally feel different. Like it's sort of, oh, it's a whole new engine, and now I can't. The spray is different.
Almost doesn't it? Yeah, but I can tell you, dude, that I hung out with Gabe in his private island, so
why would that ever happen? Like,
a little bit different, dude.
It seems crazy. I think people. It's because when you say Source 2, people think it's going to be like a Counter-Strike 2, like a whole new game release. Like that's not how that works, right? They're not recoding the base of the game. That's not like there's no. That would be crazy. That would take such.
Yeah, it's not going to be like you open the game and you load a server and you can see your legs. Like you can't. You're not going to look down and see your legs, or like you press shift and you're going to run. Like it's not going to happen.
I mean,
right?
to be honest, there's so many bugs in the game still, right? That's happening. So I think it's with a new code, it's gonna be just more smooth with everything. I think that's what we can expect.
And that's all you're legally allowed to say.
I mean, there was a tweet by FM Pone.
I saw this on social media.
There's a tweet by FM Pone that said that like the time to create maps is like he was like finished basically half a map like in a week apparently. So it's like even for map creators, if it's that much faster to design quality maps, then maybe, you know, in the future it allows map pools to be changed more often.
Actually,
sorry.
I was going to say our producer, one of them anyway, was talking about this a little bit about how maybe it could open up more opportunities for modding. But actually, it's a really good point. You know, that could create more life around the game. I mean, back in the day, Karrigan, you remember this? Probably a lot of the really crazy mods that were out there, like Warcraft 3, stuff like that.
Hell yeah!
It meant that if you got tired of playing Counter-Strike matchmaking and just felt like, oh, I can't do it anymore, you could still play Counter-Strike, just something different.
There were so many different
nice.
mods. Yeah, I think it was a great thing because it just created another addition to the community. Like you can play for way more fun and still play the game. So I think that was pretty cool. So maybe.